Okay, good morning. Hopefully you all can hear me. I'm in my car as I usually am. So just let me know if you can hear me. Good morning, but we are back in this AAA Tough Love series. Today's video is all about what does the signs or what does emotional immaturity look like in women. So the signs of emotional immaturity in women. And today we're talking about accountability. So they are unable to be accountable. That's one of the signs of emotional immaturity in women. They are not able to be accountable and responsible. We're going to add those two together. Okay. Thank you so much, pure_soul, for purchasing a badge. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, let me put this up so we can block some of the... It's not necessarily sun. It's a very overcast day today. But it looks like it's about to get sunny. So what does lack of accountability and responsibility look like in women? Because that's what this series is all about. It's actually to help my ladies. And what I am predicting is that this series will not get as many likes, will not get as many views, because it is truly tough. It's hard to do that inner work. And a lot of people don't want to do it. If I'm being honest, a lot of people do not want to go to therapy and stay in therapy. I can't tell you all how many women, how many men and women that have come into my office. They've come for 2 or 3 sessions and they never come back. Doing this work is not fun. It's not a tiptoe through the tulips. It is not a easy feat. And honestly, that's why most people are not going to do it, because it requires a level of consistency. It requires a level of commitment. It requires a level of being uncomfortable. So, I mean, you people ask me all the time, how did we get here? What's going on out in the world? And it's just a whole lot of wounded, broken, traumatized people that are not reaching out for help, or they know there's help available, but they're not consistently getting the help or doing what they need to do. And I just, I can't give you the motivation to want to do it. I can't give you the commitment to stay in it when you started. But there's a big percentage, I would say probably 25% of the people that I see in my practice. They come 1, maybe 2 times, 3 times at the most, and they stop coming. And that's for my couples and my individuals. Okay. She said, we must do the work if we want the results. Yeah. And that's why we're not getting the results. There's a large percentage of people that are not doing the work. They're not doing the work, and it's inner work. It's not putting on an outfit. It's not, putting on a wig and putting on makeup and lashes and nails and even working out. Those are wonderful things, but you have to be willing to do the inner work. And most people don't want to do that. Yeah, that's it. They don't want to do it. So accountability and responsibility. Let me just sum it up in this one sentence. What was my part in what happened? That is accountability, ladies. This is the result I got. This is what happened. What was my part in it? What part did I play in whatever it is that happened? That is what accountability and responsibility looks like. Instead of pointing your finger out, instead of, playing the, perpetual victim, people are doing things to me. He did this to me. This always happens to me. That is not being accountable or responsible. Everything that's happened to me in my life, you know why I've grown? You know why I don't make the same mistakes over and over and over? That's a big reason why y'all make the same mistakes over and over and over. Is because you refuse to see your part in the mistake. You refuse to see what you did or didn't do. But that is a part of the work. That is a part of being accountable and responsible. You have to see what it is you did. What did I do or didn't do? There are some things that y'all didn't do, like walked away the first time like left that person alone the first time, that's your part in it. You kept going back and kept going back, or kept letting him come back and kept letting him come back. But, oh, we don't talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about all the makeups and breakups you done had with this person. Oh, no. And y'all keep asking them, well, why do they come back? No, baby, why do you let him come back? That's the question you should be asking yourself. But being accountable and being responsible is simply not sitting in victimhood. It is saying, what is the part I played here? And we all play a part. I don't know why that's such a hard pill for people to swallow. You want to live in a victim mindset that says, yeah, my husband cheated on me. What part did I play in that? You played a part. You played a 5% part, a 2% part. You played a part. I played a part. My husband chronically cheated on me, and I played a part in it. There were things I did or did not do in my marriage, and I had to look at that. And you know why? So that it would never happen again. I've never been cheated on again since I have left my husband. You know that? That's what the work will get you. I've never chosen another cheater, and I've never been cheated on again. In 21 years, never experienced a man cheating on me. But y'all don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear the truth of what it looks like when you actually do the work. When you stop playing the perpetual victim, you will actually get good results. You'll actually have a better life. But if you don't see your part in anything, if it's always somebody doing something to you, it's always someone else's fault, you're always pointing the finger at someone else, you'll never get better. You'll keep experiencing the same outcomes from you making the same choices because, see, you don't see your part in the choices that you're making. Okay? So there were a lot of red flags in my husband. There were a lot of things he said, a lot of things he did that I turned a blind eye to. Okay? So, yes, I played a part. I chose him. That was the number one part I played. I chose him, and I didn't choose him out of good, healthy, secure attachment. I chose him out of my fearful, avoidant attachment. I chose him when I was at an age where my clock, I felt like, was winding down. And you know what? I got to pick somebody. You. I'm going to pick you. Like, we have to be brutally honest with ourselves, and a lot of us don't want to do that. We don't want to be brutally honest with ourselves, but that is a part of growth. That's why I've never been cheated on again. Because once I realized I played a part in how that whole thing went down, see? Then I was like, okay, Anita, don't do that no more, okay? Don't do that no more. When you see something, say something. And when you see something, leave it alone. Go on about your business. And don't ever be that desperate again, right? And, a man's money and status don't have anything to do with his character. See all the lessons I learned? I learned a whole lot of lessons in that marriage. That's why I have not repeated any of those mistakes again. Because I was able to sit down and write out many, many times. Y'all, it took 5 years to heal from that marriage. I can't tell y'all how many pages and pages and pages of journal notes that I took about that marriage. Because I was destined. I was like, oh, I'm not going through this no more. This ain't never happening again. But some of y'all don't want to do that. You know what you want to do? You want to run out here and get under somebody else. You want to run out here and ease the pain with some other guy who's just like the one you just left. And then it happened again. Why can't I find no good guy? Why do I keep attracting cheaters and narcissists and liars? Because you refuse to do the work. You refuse to be accountable for your part in it. So look, I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. One of my best male friends, he irritates me because he says things like, well, Anita, I don't know why you're trying to help these women. These women don't want help. They don't want to be saved. They want these bad men. They want to continue to pick these type of men. And, you keep saying it's trauma, and you keep saying it's this and it's that, and it's their wounds and it's their attachment style. Well, the bottom line is these women want these men. These women want these men and whatever these men are bringing to them. That's what they want. Like, you can't change the fact that this is what these women want. That's what he says to me all the time. It drives me bonkers because I'm like, okay, as a clinical professional, I know because of my training and because of my experience with clients that nobody wakes up one morning and says, you know what? I just want to be narcissistically abused and gaslit. I just want to be physically abused. I want to be cheated on chronically. I want to be given STDs. I want this man to have other children on me. Like, nobody in their conscious right mind wakes up and says that. So I know it's deeper than that. I know it is deeply subconscious why we choose the people we choose over and over and over. So it just irritates me when he makes it that simplistic, because I know it's not that simplistic. I know it's not as simple as, oh, I just want to be abused. I just want a horrible man to mistreat me and abuse me. And, that's what I want. No, that is not the case at all. But people have, traumatic experiences. People have horrible childhoods. People experience being unloved and neglected emotionally and all the things in their childhood. And so now their programming is, choose someone like dad who's emotionally unavailable. That's what I did. Choose someone like mom who's incredibly critical. Choose someone like dad who's abandoned me over and over. Choose someone like mom who, did not really teach me anything about, real love and genuine, someone who ignored me. Okay, so I know it's deeper than that, but again, those people have to want to uncover those things. You have to want to uncover those things and bring those things from the dark to the light, so you can truly figure out, why am I, constantly attracting these people? Why do I keep choosing the people that come my way? Like, some of y'all need to understand that you're going to attract men, period, but you don't have to choose them, right? You're going to attract great men, good men, bad men, everything in between, narcissistic men. You're going to attract men who are emotionally unavailable. You're going to attract a little bit of everything. But you need to really sit down with yourself and ask yourself why you actually choose them. Like, that's the real work that you have to do. Okay, I'm going back to some comments. We must do the work. Dawn G924 Beat says, she also says it's definitely hard to do the inner work, but once you commit, stick to it. Yep. Good afternoon, evolving_Lulu74. Okay. All right. My expectations and what I chose was in opposition to what I couldn't see in character traits. I think they know, they just don't know how to move on. The knowledge is practical. Again, what keeps a lot of people from absorbing common sense is their trauma. Their trauma keeps them stuck. It keeps them choosing the same types of people over and over and over again. They keep choosing what's familiar. So a good guy, a normal, healthy, boring guy is not familiar, and it's scary. If I can be honest, it's downright scary. So the few men like that I've had in my life, it's like downright scary. Like, you're not certain what to do. When there's no arguing, when there's no cheating and lying and fighting, you're just like, okay, is this it? Is this all? Like, is this how it's supposed to be? Like, seriously, I'm being honest with y'all. That's how I was feeling. And then I realized, yeah, this is it. This is all. This is good. Right? And I started getting more and more comfortable and more like, okay, this is it. This is how it's supposed to be. This is good. Right? But it takes time. It takes time to really let that seep into your subconscious mind, because a big part of you is just like freaking out that there's nothing crazy going on, that he's not hiding his phone, that he's not texting other women or calling other women or doing, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, this is it. This is it. This is what I think it's supposed to be. Like, this is normal, right? It takes time. Now, I wouldn't have it any other way. Now, let me tell y'all what the new normal is. If a man's sucking a big breath of air, I'm out. Like, if we're talking in the car and you flail your hands around too much or you suck in air quickly, I'm done. I'm like, you know what? Let me get out of here. Let me go. I'm out. Let me get out of here. Okay? So, Cam Goa 46 says, it happens to me all the time. I be wanting to do some toxic stuff just to ease them into the good life. I mean, I'm just being honest. Yeah, that's a measure of truth. Like, come on now. At some point, you got to get comfortable with what's actually good for your soul, what's actually good for your heart and your mind and your spirit. Because staying stuck in that toxic crap, where it's always a fight, it's always, look, you can't bring up oh, here we go. I'm sorry, what? Huh? Hey, I was thinking maybe, next time we could, just talk about this. You could just let me know. Oh my God. Why you gotta be soft and stuff? Why we gotta fight? What? I'm sorry. Excuse me? This is called a conversation. This is called me, just speaking on something that I wished were different or better. It's not an argument. It's not meant to start a fight. It's not even a criticism or a complaint. It's a suggestion. It's a thought. It's an idea. But I'm telling y'all, there's some people that are hardwired, that just talking, just expressing an idea or something you want to be different or be better is seen as criticism. It's seen as a complaint. It's seen as, starting a fight. But to be honest with you, that's telling you something about that person. That's telling you something about how they're wired, right? That's telling you something about their shame, their sensitivity to criticism and all of that. That's really what it's telling you. And so I often tell people, like, when you're securely attached, I fought for my secure attachment. 25 years and counting. I fought for my secure attachment style, and I'm not letting it go. I'm not giving it up for anybody. It took me 25 years to get here. So if you come along and you're falling on the anxious side, you're calling and texting all the time, and you're getting all amped up and riled up, oh, no. We are definitely not doing that. And if you're on the other side of that stick and you're ignoring me and you're doing the stonewalling and the cold shoulder and you're not calling or texting, or you're not, we ain't doing that either. We're not doing that either, okay? I have fought long and hard for this secure attachment. This is an earned secure attachment. I didn't start out this way, but God dang it, I'm going to end that way. I'm going to end as someone who consciously and subconsciously is aligned. Okay? I want someone who is secure and stable. I want someone who is confident. I want someone who is self-validating. I want someone who knows who they are and is confident in that. I want someone who can communicate what they want and need and what they don't want. I want someone that can talk through things and not have to go silent and call. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Okay? And and it's a big if someone came along and recognized, hey, I'm insecurely attached. So number one, that's the first thing they have to say. I'm insecurely attached. And number two, I might want to work on that. That's the only possibility with me. But outside of that, I'm done with the insecurely attached folk. I really am. I'm done with them. I don't want nothing to do with them. Okay, should I steal a purse or hide my phone? Please, because I'm about to become a priest or a 1099, a companion. Yeah, it's like I said, I don't need to tell y'all it's rough out here. Because like I said, most people now are insecurely attached. They weren't raised in a loving, warm, emotionally attuned home. Their parents may have had mental health issues, substance abuse issues. Their parents, have their own toxic cycles. And just think about that. These are the homes that people are coming up in. 50% of people are coming up in divorced homes. I know I did. Those probably a larger number of people coming up in a home with a parent never married. Maybe those parents went on to have step parents, it's a whole thing. So mom remarries, dad remarries multiple times, mom remarries multiple times. They have step parents. I mean, it's a lot. And you got all these people and all these moving parts. And who's really emotionally attuning to the children? Who's really taking care of the children? And so these people, and then look, they're not good at relationships. Mom and dad are not good at relationships. Step parents not good at relationships. And the kids are growing up seeing this, and that's their blueprint, right? Mom yells or cries, dad goes cold. Okay, that's what healthy relationships are, right? Dad cheats on mom acts like she doesn't see it. He has an outside baby. They think that's what a healthy relationship is. I kid y'all not. I can't make this up. So that's 65% of people are being raised in homes where they're, it's built on survival and not thriving, not love. So that's what we got now. But ladies, if you are always pointing the finger, if you are always, and look, I had it happen recently with the last video that I posted about sexual promiscuity is not good for women. Women, again, getting triggered. Oh, we can't win for losing. Okay. Can we all agree that promiscuity in women is not good for women? Like, that's it. That's the message. Promiscuous women, that's not good for the women. That's not good for the men. That's not good for the children. That's not good for the society. That was the message, right? This series is for women. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you drop down and start talking about, well, the men, your comment's going to get deleted. That's it. Because I really want us to focus on the women. That's what this series is all about, helping us to grow, helping us to change and evolve and become our best self, right? It is not because again, if you're dropping in the comments and you're pointing the finger at men, you are the person I'm talking about. This is all about, this particular video is all about accountability and us saying, how are we the problem? How am I the problem? How am I contributing to the problem? How about that? Okay. But if your shame is triggered, if your insecurity is triggered, something gets triggered inside of you. Well, what about the men and the patriarchy? Yeah, it's nothing but women making these comments on that video about the patriarchy, about men, see, these are the women that I'm talking about. Emotionally immature women point the finger. That's what they do. They cannot take criticism. They cannot take responsibility for their part. And that's all I'm talking about in this series. So yes, I'm going to make 4 or 5 more videos that is really going to sting your ego. But hopefully, in the process of, it'll grow you up. It's time to grow up. It's just time to grow up. That's it. That's it. All right, let me look at some of your comments. You are so cool. Thank you. Agreed. We need to do a live together. Sure. Just DM me, please. I would love to see her do some lives breaking down things. Yeah, because like I said, I mean, this series is for the women, for the ladies. And like I said, this is the one time where you either, let's be honest, can we be honest? You're either not going to see any comments at all. You're not going to see no comments. Or you're going to see comments doing exactly what I'm expressing in this video. What about men? What about the patriarchy? And they're the problem. They're the ones that created all of this and blah, 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 blah. And again, nothing is learned. You sleep with every man you go out with on the first date. You get the same result over and over and over. Or you sleep with him within a week or within a month. You keep laying on your back. You keep getting on your knees. You keep getting the same result over and over and over. But it's the men. What's wrong with them? Why can't they? Just stop. Just stop. At some point, ladies, and this is what I keep telling people, being a good, pure woman, being a virtuous woman, being a high, in my opinion, that's what a high value woman is. That a high value woman is a woman that takes good care of herself. She's smart. She's feminine. She's sensual. She's intuitive. But the biggest thing of all, she's the most exclusive club in the world. That's what a really high value woman is. Exclusive access. Everybody can't get in. And y'all hate that to your soul. You hate that. You hate me saying that. How dare I suggest that a woman shouldn't get on her back or her knees for every man? Oh, how dare I? How dare I say that out loud? Who do I think I am? Okay. But that is what high value women are. They are exclusive. Everybody can. I don't go out with everybody. I don't even sit across the table from every man. I don't respond back to every DM I get. Okay? Much less open my legs to every man. That's insanity to me. Absolute insanity. But how dare I say that out loud? Because women should have the right to just destroy their value. They should have the right, to have sex with whoever they want. And if they're not using birth control, they should have the right to get rid of the baby. I can't make this up, y'all. Did y'all see and I'm going on a tangent here. Did y'all see the statistics on, what's the real issue amongst Gen Z and millennial women? They talked about things like when it comes to voting in November, they talked about things like the economy, things like inflation, things like just different things, different issues. And the highest rated thing amongst Gen Z and millennial women was the abortion, the right to an abortion. And this is what's crazy about that. Most women won't need an abortion. Most women will not need to get an abortion. And yet you so worried about losing something that you ain't even gonna need, that you don't even want. That's your number one issue, is abortion. And yet, let's go here. It is preventable. You needing an abortion is preventable. It's what they call an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. You can prevent needing an abortion. But how dare I say that? How dare I say that out of my mouth? Like, how dare I actually say something that makes common sense? You can prevent. What they say, only you can prevent forest fires? Sweetheart, only you can prevent needing an abortion. Only you. Not the man. You. But that's a responsibility y'all just don't want. How dare you ask me to be responsible for my own body? How dare you ask me to be responsible for my own fertility? How dare you? Okay? It's insane. She said, remember, Anita, you can't use that word too much on here. Okay. Y'all don't realize that I've been posting a lot of my stuff. So this is what you need to know. This live will be posted for subscribers. So that's why I get buck wild on my Instagram lives, because the replay is posted to subscribers. So I say exactly what I want to say, because you have to subscribe on Instagram to see the replay of my live. So yeah, I get a little buck because you got to be a subscriber. They're not going to flag something I create for subscribers. So that's why I get a little buck. Now, I still post it on YouTube, and I have not been flagged yet. I still post it on YouTube. So, okay. But that's insanity to me. And then, help me to understand this. Why can't we use the word suicide? Why can't we use the word abortion? Why can't we? I'm really confused about that. Why can't I use the medical term vagina, vulva, penis? Like, make that make sense. That we're that far gone? We that far gone in the world where I can't use actual words in the dictionary? I can't use medical terms in the medical book? That's weird to me. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. Why can't we say the word suicide? Why can't we say the word abortion? Termination, pregnancy termination. Those are actual words. Those are actual medical terms. I'm actually confused by that. So that's a tangent for another day. But right now we're talking about accountability. And the bottom line is this: everybody plays a part. When we are talking about relationships, whether they are monogamous between two people, whether they are polyamorous, right? Every person in that relationship plays a part in the success of it, and they play a part in the demise of it. And that's just a fact. That's just good old common sense. So whether you like it, love it, or hate it, it just is. these stupid apps have stupid community guidelines. Yeah, that's weird to me. That's really weird to me. I don't understand it because I'm using a medical term. I'm using a word out of the dictionary. That's really wild. That don't make no sense to me. And look, it's called the suicide hotline. So that's on a website. This is the suicide prevention hotline, but it's bad on YouTube. It's bad on Instagram or TikTok. That's weird to me. It's on a website. Like, what? That's weird. That don't make no sense, y'all. See, this is what I mean by critical thinking. Do y'all ever stop and critically think why that word would be banned? Why would abortion be banned? That's weird. But yet, y'all don't think about this stuff. You don't question this stuff. You just accept whatever they're telling you is what you got to do. Y'all know I don't work that way. I'm the black sheep all day. Well, I'm not even the sheep. I'm something else. I'm not the sheep. I'm not herded with all these thousands of people to believe all the same thing. Y'all already know that. Y'all already know that. Okay? Anita gonna question everything. Anita ain't gonna just, take whatever it is they tell me to take. I drink this, shoot this in your arm. No, that's not gonna happen. And look, just because you said it, I'm not gonna do it. That's how look, they say I like to buck the system, right? They say I'm a rebel. I'm rebellious. Okay. I accept that because I'm not going to just, put something in my body just because you told me. That's probably not going to happen. That's probably not going to happen. Y'all know better than that. I hope you've been over here long enough to know that about me. So I critically think. And look, I love statistics. I love big numbers. I love data. I love looking at data. And that's why a lot of people, y'all don't look at data. You don't look at statistics. You don't like the big numbers. You stay small. You stay small. So you look at the one or two people that you know and say, well, it worked for them. It worked for them. No, but for thousands of other people, it don't work. It don't work. You look at one or two people instead of looking at thousands and thousands of people. But anyway, they want to program and control us like puppets. Agreed. And clearly that's what we want to do. We want to be lulled to sleep. That's why these apps and all this stuff is created, to distract you from what's really going on. So, okay. But ladies, the time is now. The time is now. If you will not be accountable, if you will not be responsible for your own life, if you will not be responsible for your own body, that's insanity to me. That is insane to me. Look, I was at the Kevin Hart show last night. And so it's on VCU's campus, the Altria Theater. And so there's like thousands of people walking around at night. And it's late. It's like 10, 11 o'clock when we got done, right? So the show lets out and we're inventorying everything and we're just wrapping up and isn't that or whatever, cleaning up outside. So I go outside. It's like 11 o'clock at night. When I tell y'all the number of young women, young college women, and what they had on and how they were dressed, and I assume they were like going to clubs around there or going to wherever, and the way they're dressed and, what they have on and, all the things, right? I'm thinking to myself, wow, the lack of responsibility for your own body, for your own safety. Just walking around 11:30 at night, half dressed, and ain't nobody better not touch me. You better not do nothing to me. You better not rape me, right? And then when it happened, then when you have to live through the trauma of being raped, of something happening to you, then what? Then what? You putting your safety and security on a horny man. like that don't make no sense. You do know the nature of men, right? You do know the nature of men and how men are wired, right? I don't know. No. Unless that man is my husband or my father or my brother or my cousins or my uncle or my granddaddy, I don't put my trust in no man that don't love me, don't know me, don't care about me. I don't know him. He's a stranger danger. That's crazy. Y'all are going out to these clubs and these bars and you're surprised when a man touches you. You're surprised when a man slips something in your drink and date rapes you. That's not a surprise, baby. That's called male nature. That's called you don't know him. He's a stranger. We have got to teach our young women. I talk to my daughters all the time, y'all. And look, I talk to them. I talk to their friends. Their friends be like, your mama be going in. Like, your mama be saying some stuff. But look, they listen. They listen. They come back. They call me. They text me. Miss Anita, what did this mean? And what happened if this happened? And they listen. They listen. I talk and they listen. And you can be offended on the first round, but if you experience anything like what I'm telling you and you come back, yeah, I'm gonna be right here. And look, I'm gonna be waiting right here when you need me. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because that's how I sleep at night. I'm gonna tell you the things that won't nobody else tell you. I'm gonna give it to you. It's just like, y'all know, as a Christian, I'm required to give you the gospel. I'm required. It's in the Bible. I am required to tell you about Jesus. I'm required to give you the gospel. Okay? I can't keep quiet. Now, you don't have to take it. You don't have to believe it. But I'm going to tell you. And then I'm going to go to sleep, or I'm going to go before God and say, yep, I told these people. I told them this. I told them that. Now, if y'all perish, that's a whole nother thing. That's on you. But I'm required to tell you. That's how I feel about young women. That's why this channel even exists. For my daughters, for their friends, for other women that need to hear the truth. They are lying to you all. That you can stay perpetually a child, a teenager, a princess. And that's somehow cute. That's somehow, well, that's what women are. No, you're a grown adult. You're a grown adult woman. Once that prefrontal cortex is cooked, you need to stop making the same dumb mistakes over and over and over again. That's on you. That's on you. Stop pointing at the patriarchy. Stop pointing at men and what they're supposed to do. And they're not doing this. And you can stay a child if you want, and you're going to get childlike results. I have been successful in life, personally and professionally, because I'm a grown-up. Because I'm an emotionally mature woman. I don't need to respond to everything. I don't need to have my mouth in everything. We different. I tell women that all the time. You think you better? I know we different, baby. That's all. I don't think I'm better, but I know I'm different. That much I know. You and I are different. Okay? That's all it is. And guess what? You could be different too. You have the ability to be different too. She said it's like taking a child to a toy store and expecting them not to touch anything. Exactly. Come on, y'all. Stop it. We have to grow up. So yeah, I'm going to keep making these tough love videos. Y'all going to keep being mad. Okay? And whatever happens, happens. All right? But you need to hear it. You got to hear it. It's time to grow up. It's time to stop temper tantruming and being emotionally dysregulated all the time and crying and screaming and yelling and touching men in anger. Like, who didn't tell you to stop touching men in anger? And then if they touch back, you have a problem. You have a problem if you throw something at a man or bust him upside the head or slap him or scratch him. Oh, heaven forbid he should try to protect himself. Now it's a problem. Come on, y'all. Stop. It's time to grow up. We got to grow up. Okay, so that's today's video. It's all about accountability and responsibility, which is what part do I play in the results I'm getting? Okay? What part of it is me? Come up with a percentage. My percentage for my marriage is 6%. I was 6% a part of the demise of that marriage. And I have written out in great detail what I did and didn't do. That's why I've never been cheated on again. That's why I've never dated a man who cheated or lied or any of the things that my ex-husband did. Never dated another narcissistic personality man. See? Because I sat down and I wrote out all the things so I would not choose a man like that again. All right? 6%. 94% of the demise of that marriage was him. And I even wrote down, what are the things that he did that caused the marriage to end? See? That's a great assignment for you. Take the last 2 or 3 relationships you was in. What percentage was me and what I did or didn't do? What percentage was him and what he did or didn't do? See? Easy. That's it. That's it. That's your assignment for today, right? That is how you're going to emotionally grow as a woman. That's how you're going to become emotionally mature. Okay? Have a wonderful rest of the day. I'm going to keep making these videos. I got like 5 or 6 of them in the series. And, whatever happens, happens. When this series is done, I will take a break because I'm in the final stages of revising my book. So I've really got to focus on that. I am also in the final stages of setting up the school that I will be starting. So those 2 things, I'm going to have to pull away from social media so I can really get focused, because it's hard for me to focus on, the nonsense of social media and then actually create. I cannot do both things at the same time. I need time to create and focus on the things that I'm creating, so I can't be on social media. All right. Have a great rest of your Sunday. I appreciate you all for tuning in. I appreciate those of you who actually comment, who actually have critically thought out comments. I really appreciate that. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Please like this video to get it in the algorithm. Please comment or share it with someone that you know can benefit from it. Now, if you would like to see my lives on Instagram, you must subscribe to the Instagram platform. Okay, so I do a live almost every day, and you can go through all of them and watch them here on Instagram if you are subscribed, because they are for subscribers only. All right, have a great rest of the day. As always, stay open to love.